Hey guys, Brandon Jasmine here from Nerdlocker with some movie and TV news for you.
This just in, Nerdlocker was right. Creature sucked.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Well, we watched Creature, we talked about it on Trailer Trash Talk, and we said that it looked terrible.
Absolutely.
And we completely hit the nail on the head with that one. We had a nationwide release with a total of $331,000 in ticket sales, and Box Office Mojo said that it is the worst opening in a box office for a film that opened in more than 1,500 theaters.
Here's the best part. On average, only 6 people went to each one of those showings.
Honest to God, when we watched that trailer, I thought it was gonna be like a couple theaters and DVD, because sometimes Apple does that. They post trailers for straight to DVD stuff. I had no idea that this was meant to be like a big. I would have taken that much differently.
I think what they were hoping for was one of those B-movie miracles, where it's just so terrible. It's just so terrible that it became an instant classic.
Maybe in like 10 years it'll be one of those cult things, but can you imagine like getting ready for that movie, like you bought your popcorn and your drink and you walk into the theater and there's 8 people at midnight?
Yeah, and then taking all of that and going to another theater.
That's what I would
No one
do.
wants to go into a theater with 6 people in it.
If there's 8 people in here, I'm just gonna go watch Harry Potter again, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely.
So
basically what we're saying, don't waste your time, don't go see it, wait until it comes to Netflix or something like that.
And watch it with some friends over some beer.
If you were one of those 6 people in the theater that watched this movie, please let us know what you thought.
I don't think the TV market needs anything more than a new Hannibal Lecter show that is a prequel to the original Silence of the Lambs.
I couldn't disagree more.
I'm not being serious.
Apparently, Hannibal is being turned into a television show where they're explaining his prequel, which is basically like Hannibal Rising in television form. I'm not on board with this. As a fan of the Hannibal series, every single Hannibal series, especially Red Dragon, and even Manhunter, the original, they were great, but they are great in film. I don't know how they would be good at all in television.
I think maybe if it was like a Showtime, hour-long show, you could have potential there, but I don't see this being a network thing that'll work in any other way.
No, I don't really see a major, like HBO or Showtime or so, I don't really see them even wanting to touch this.
I think they have much better, gems in their basket.
Yeah, definitely. And how could Anthony Hopkins do a prequel anyway?
He's gonna play his father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
The good news is Anthony Hopkins isn't actually cast in this movie, or in this television show.
See, he's getting it.
Or that it'll even happen, but we'll see. Tell us what you think in the comments below.
I loved the Golden Globes when Ricky Gervais hosted them.
That was the only reason I really watched the Golden Globes.
Me too.
Is because Ricky Gervais hosted it.
However, no one else did. Everyone else was kind of like, screw you, you evil British man.
I loved him.
I agree.
I loved everything he said. I thought he was hilarious. But doesn't look like he'll be hosting again.
Clearly, I mean, that won't happen. However, what if, and I'm just saying, what if he decided to do a blog podcast type deal with some of his other comedian friends, the likes of Jon Stewart, Larry David, and my personal favorite, Louis C.K., who was a genius.
It looks like that's what he's going to be doing. He's talking about maybe doing a 3-hour live podcast to go along with the Golden Globes and just be at home watching it. And you could turn your computer on and listen to him and these comedians just go off on what's going on. Just turn the volume down and let them. So I think this is a great idea.
That's completely genius. He said no money, no sponsors.
And that's what I like about this is he was already, hard enough on people on TV with sponsors, with guidelines and stuff. I can't wait to see what he will do with nothing holding him back.
Which I think will probably piss a lot of people off.
Oh, are you kidding me?
And I can't wait for that whole aspect of it, just because
he's one of the funniest men alive.
I agree.
And I think this is a awesome idea. I am behind this 100%. This is what I will be doing during the Golden Globes this year.
And he said he might do a trial run with the Emmys, which is even better.
Yeah, I just wish he would host everything. After the Golden Globes, I want to see him host everything there is, honestly.
Put a little PayPal thing on his on the side of the page. People can just give $1.
Seriously. Yep.
Clean up.
Totally on board.
So you're gonna love this news, Jim. turns out that they're going to try and do a newer spin on the Untouchables.
I am pretty excited about this news. The director for Vendetta is going to take this over. They're going to call it Ness, Capone. Pretty excited about this.
Hopefully a working title.
Yeah, well, that's Bobby's opinion. But instead of taking Kevin Costner's character from the Untouchables, Elliot Ness, and making him the all-American good boy, they're going to paint him a little different, where he's going to be a skirt chaser, glory hound, going for the press. I'm assuming they're going to keep Robert De Niro's character, bad guy, Al Capone in the Untouchables, still bad.
Really bad guy.
Yeah, I don't know how you can really change that, but I'm pretty excited about this. I want to see an updated version, less black and white, and more gray in there. One of the things they talked about is they were going to have Elliot Ness's character, who was taking over some of the bootleg alcohol and stuff. He was going to parade in front of Al Capone's hotel, basically saying, "Ha, look what I took from you. What are you going to do back?" I think that's kind of funny. I think that's an interesting spin.
I think the worst thing that Al Capone could do is just pay his taxes, probably. I mean,
Yeah, that would almost be like the Titanic not sinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would kind of hurt.
As we told you last week, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually signed on to play an expanded role in Expendables 2. He's currently shooting The Last Stand, but the big news is he's also signed on for a movie called Captive.
Which pretty much means he will be playing a kidnapped man living in Brazil trying to fight his way out because the cops are there, but they won't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Sounds kind of like a certain movie.
How do you kidnap Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Exactly.
How is that possible?
Perfect formula. They're in Brazil, hot Brazilian chick, pretty much naked, one of those big thong things from the 80s, long hair, tan, that'll do it.
I had no idea in my mind how they could have kidnapped Arnold Schwarzenegger until you just said that.
All she
that
needs
makes
is like
perfect sense.
a needle of something, and she can get him in his giant veiny neck, and boom.
There you go.
He'll wake up in a cell somewhere and be like, ah.
This movie actually, to me, sounds like the sequel to Commando with him and Alyssa Milano. I mean, just minus his daughter. The thugs in Commando got smart and said, why are we going to kidnap his kid? Let's just kidnap him this time.
We can do it.
How they thought that would be a smarter idea, I don't know.
I don't, but I have noticed that he pretty much is picking up with his career right where it left off. He was the governor for however many awful years that was, and now he is just gonna blow things up again.
Yeah, I figure he tried politics. He said there's not enough explosions in this. I need to go back to my old job.
He blew up California.
Yeah.
And so now, or he blew up the financial system, I should say.
It's not big enough.
Well, Ben & Jerry's is coming out with another flavor.
Yes, they are.
Inspired by the SNL skit with Alec Baldwin, they will be releasing Schweddy Balls.
That they will.
Try
That they will.
eating that in front of anyone and
Not
be taken
crack
seriously.
up and yeah, exactly.
I
it
really
sounds
hope
good.
at some point in the future someone's eating it and they get in an argument with like their spouse who's like, you know what, you're ridiculous. And it
Just let me eat my sweaty balls. Ah! That would just bring the house down, honestly. You can't really continue an argument after that.
No, I
You
mean,
can't. It's just like, you know what? I need 5. I need to take
so
5.
the thing is it actually sounds, I guess it's gonna be vanilla with like,
Hint of rum and like goodness. It just sounds good.
I'll be buying it, but I'll definitely be putting something over the Ben & Jerry's cup so no one can see me eating
Just
Schweddy Balls.
just go buy Ben & Jerry's Red Velvet Cake Ice Cream, which they just released too, and holy crap, that sounds awesome.
Also, Jim has been waiting about a year now to catch me on camera saying, I'll just be at home eating my Schweddy Balls. So there you go, Jim.
Hey, there you go. We got it now.
They're Alec Baldwin Schweddy Balls.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it for movie and TV news, but until next week, be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube page. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Brandon. We'll see you next week for more TV and movie news.